These three cards have significantly buffed Flygon in this era of dragons. What up peeps, Nuggie here, and welcome to today's video where we're going to start a series of dragon decks for you to try out in the Ruler of the Skies expansion that just dropped today. We did our max pull, we got as many cards as we could. We didn't get some of the full arts that we wanted, but I wanted to showcase some of the decks that we are cooking at the moment and just showing you how relevant these cards are from this current set to bring back decks of old, starting with Flygon. The reason why I chose Flygon is just because I finessed it as best I could over the course of time in the past. And I felt like with the new cards that I'm showing you now, like Wally, Rainbow Cave, and Minior, I thought it was really good to kind of show you what it is capable of. And then we'll show a few clips after this of just some gameplay so you can kind of see the gist of the setup. But first, I just wanted to click into this deck list here. Now, this is a really cool part that you could pause at any time. This is what the deck list looks like, but what I can do here with the updated QR code, I can click this here. So when you go over to build a new deck, and make sure you have deck slots to build a new deck, it will give you the option to ask if you want to scan the code, scan this one in there, and you'll be able to get all the cards. And if you don't have any of the full arts, it will replace it with the regular art, the common version of it that it came with. So yeah, that's a really cool new feature I can show you. So with this one, I just wanted to explain a few of the cards here. I did have Hoopla, and I'm still juggling around with it at the moment, but I wanted to share that Minior here is an excellent card because it has such a really unique use. Now, on the damage here, Cosmic Tackle, if your opponent's active Pokemon has an ability, this will do 40 more damage. So if you are up against an Oricorio, this will instantly one-shot it due to weakness. And the best part is that it is colorless and it is 1 retreat cost. So this is a really strong card. If you've got Suicune or anything with ability, they start off with Darkrai, for example, then you'll be able to do 50 damage right off the gate. That is a really good one that I thought should be included in this deck. The other one, if you guys don't know, is going to be this Rainbow Cave. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard the energy that has been generated in their energy zone, and if they do, they will produce the next energy that was in line to take its place. Now, I use this card primarily as a backup, obviously, because if you're playing dragon decks, you're going to brick energy a lot of the time, and this has saved me quite a few times because there was hopefully I'll be able to maybe showcase it in the upcoming clip, but with the practice session we were bricking energy like 2 or 3 turns in a row, but we kept eliminating it and it eventually gave us the energy that we were looking for, which was really handy. Now, if you don't have use for the Rainbow Cave, you don't need to use it, and you can use it kind of like a field blower for the opponent's stadium card as well, and that's a really good use for it. But this is definitely a life changer for dragon decks. Last but definitely not least is the new supported card Wally here. So you can see I only have regular Wallies. I don't pull everything, just to let you guys know, but I put the full art images below so you can see how it looks. So it looks really pretty. You can try and go for it as your chase card. But yeah, this really helps surprise opponents a lot of the times with Wally, because you can take a colorless energy, put it straight to a stage 2, doesn't matter if they're active or bench. On top of that, if you are bricking energy, you can use Wally here just to place early, and then you can try and use combine it with the Rainbow Cave. You can try and get the energy you need. So by turn, if you're going first, then you should be able to swing by turn 5, which is really good, as well as the passive proccing up. But that's it for in terms of the deck list here. Now, we did put in a Chingling because I want to try and prevent opponents from using Pokeball or Candy themselves. And the Minior here is just like your pseudo, like your backup damage for anything like Oricorio there, as well as other abilities. And essentially this is what the deck list. Now, I know we don't have Poncho and we are in an era of a lot of snipes, but I feel like with Wally here, you'll be able to go ahead and kind of race them to get that damage done quickly. And obviously this is just a test run, but if you like this, please feel free to try it. And yeah, enjoy the clips, be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, we're going to try and show you 2 games here. Now, there's no events that's going up right now. We're still waiting for the reset so we can pull again, but this is the first of probably 5 dragon decks I'm going to show you with obviously different dragon types, but we're going to see how this plays off of random here. So hopefully we don't have any early quitters. Now, this one's opponent's level 60, so that's a good news. So we'll be able to see some form of gameplay here. And but it's just easier because they have more cards, right? They grind it all the way to level 60, so you know you have a chance to have a good game. And most likely they're going to be testing out their decks as well. So the reason why I put up Chingling here in the deck list as well, because there are people who want to kind of do like a Rainbow Cave kind of flame patch situation with fires in particular. So I thought being able to use Chingling here gives us a chance to be able to store them for a little bit, allowing us to go ahead and build our deck ourselves. Now, this one was in consideration as well. I did have Why Not, and it's a very, very good card. I just decided against it only because we wanted the Chingling value over the Why Not here. But I like what they're doing here with the Rainbow Cave. We're using it, and they're using it for their Salamence. So this is going to be kind of a cool race to see who wins here. Now, we do have Wally as well, and they could do something similar, but I obviously want to see how we're going to play this out. I think though, if they aren't using, if they're using Rare Candy, then we probably have somewhat of the advantage here. And so with this one, we've got the 2 candies here. We'll have to put energy on this one, and then we're going to go ahead and use Professor's Research to try and look for our Flygon since we've got the 2 candies. We've got Wally there as well, which is going to be really, really handy. However, we don't yet have Flygon in play. Now, what we can do with this one is that we're stalling for time, but we really need to try and top deck a Flygon, and they won't see. We can, and then we can straight away use Wally for the additional energy with that. So this will be pretty interesting. So you can see here, the Rainbow Cave that they used, they generated another fire. So they are really looking for, whatchamacallit, they're looking for water, right? I think Salamence is fire, water, and a colorless. So we're going to see how they go there. We can't use Wally here. So if we are lucky enough to top deck Flygon, then we'll be able to be in business and use Wally straight away, which we do. We've got the right energy as well. They already have Rainbow Cave, but we don't need to worry about that too much. The bonus part here is that Why Not is in trouble. If they do Candy Wally as well, then we're in a little bit of strife. But doing this allows us to swing on next turn and puts them on alert, which is really, really nice here. Now, there is a play where they can retreat into that Why Not and attack me, so that I'd have to spend another energy to attack, but that means that they are further behind on their curve. So it'll be interesting to see how they go about it. Now, they do get the water energy here, and they've got the fire energy coming up next, so they can go ahead and either start building on the other Bagon at the back, and that way they can get the Salamence there. But this is the, to be honest, I think this is the right play that you should do. The Why Not does get taken down. We do have a decent amount of health. We got PCL in our deck list as well, so we're not too worried about this. Salamence does 150 damage at best. With red, it can do 170, so that can one-shot me. But you can see here is that they don't have the means. I could go ahead and copycat, but because we've only got one Cyrus and we've just drawn it, it's better just to kind of leave it here. That way, what's going to happen here as well is that the Bagon's going to just slowly get KO'd. They can't switch over to the Salamence, and I think we're good. So this is kind of nice. Our opponent was able to have Rainbow Cave, so you could see what it can do. We were fortunate that we didn't need it, but we would have used it ourselves since this card affects both players. And yeah, we used Wally there as well, so you can see how useful Wally is to swing. Why Not was nice just to kind of slow me down a bit, but in the end, I do think the Flygon has been insanely buffed, so that's kind of good. Mind you, this is still early stages, right? Everybody's deck testing and whatnot right now, so kind of cool to see what it is that everybody is doing. Alright, we've been damaged by this much. There's not much else he can do. He's put down another basic for, what, 20 or less health. We can honestly just go ahead and... I would probably, if I had the choice here, I'd probably Cyrus this one here because we know Fire's coming out next, right? So we're going to do that and get rid of that. So if they do drag a Rainbow Cave and they don't get another water, then they can't attack. So doing this... most likely will ensure victory. I mean, they would need Candy, Water, Energy Burn, plus Salamence to win. but them putting that there means it's too late. So yeah, there you go. Game number 1, done and dusted. Flygon, moving in with ease. Now, we put in Minior over the Hoopla just because Hoopla, as cool as it is, at some points it feels conditional. And I didn't want to put in both Chingling and Hooper, that is a psychic damage attacker. So I wanted to put in Minior as well. So if you verse something like Furfur or something, you can do, oh boy, 50. I think you can do a decent amount of damage, for example, right? So it was just nice to have. And if you verse Oricorios, the one-shot feeling for that is going to be amazing. But let's hope and see we see an Oricorio for next game. But that was game number 1, and I'll see you guys for game number 2. All right, we're looking into game number 2 now, and we're hoping to find something that can showcase Minior a little bit more. But so far, this is the result. It's kind of hard to find good battles in randoms, believe it or not. Your best bet is to try this in tournament play where you have stuff coveraged and everything. But that's one of the great things about this new meta set here. It's a brand, it's a big chunk of cards, so much experimentation to do. So everybody's going to be trying to work with everything, which is really nice. So all right, we do have 3 usable cards on the start. We are going first, so Chingling being first here is not bad. We do have Minior on the side as well, and they're using Baneri. Okay. Baneri. Mega Lopunny, maybe they have a nice little shiny something. But with this one here, we're going to have to sacrifice the Rainbow Cave just so we can go on to tempo, guys. We chuck everything down that we can, and we're looking for Pokeball. 1 Pokeball will guarantee us good. We've got Wally as well, and candies. Well, okay then. So it's now up to the RNG gods for our starts, which is, you know, this is as good of a start as it could be, right? Baneri could potentially one-shot us, but we'll see. They are normal types, so if we had used Minior on the next one, we do 30 damage to the Baneri. Could be clutch, but we'll see what Pikazard does here. Haven't seen Mega Lopunny in quite some time, so we're going to go ahead and see what it is that they're up to. Anything goes at this stage. Sabrina? I think its best bet is to use Minior as a shield here. We do have a small balloon as well. I put in small balloon over Poncho, for example, is just in case that we do manage to get good draws. But obviously, both Minior, Trapinch, for example, if they're in danger, you can kind of retreat them if you need to. Doing it this way kind of makes it nicer. It is pretty incredible that they were able to go ahead and do double heads. So I guess in some ways they saved me. Now this isn't looking the prettiest, but we don't need to worry about it too much. Now what we can do as well, if we attack, we put him down to weakness, but I think it's best here to put energy on the Trapinch and keep that as a tank. The reason being is if we manage to top deck Flygon, we can use Wally and swing straight away if the next energy after this grass one is fighting. So this is where the combo of Rainbow Cave and Wally goes into play really, really well. Hopefully we could maybe top deck a Prof. And, well, actually, we don't want to top deck Prof, we just want to top deck Flygon. We've got 10 cards, they've got 13. They copycat, so they're looking for their Evo, it looks like. We do have time to somewhat store, so I guess it's not the end of the world. That's crazy that they're using both Riolu and Baneri. Oh! What a hand if we ever saw one by them, huh? Guys, this Baneri is just crazy. Good thing is we did copycat already. We still have Prof to play. They still have a bunch of cards. Good draw on their end. We can use Chingling for the pre-retreat. Weakness damage as well now that it's actual fighting. We top deck the Professor. This, not looking too pretty. We've got the balloon, we've got the Flygon. Okay. So I would, let me just check here. If we Rainbow Cave this energy now, it deletes that. Does it show us the next one? It does. So the next one is also grass. Okay, so we are currently bricking pretty badly with this energy thing. So this is where we're going to showcase, and hopefully Rainbow Cave saves us at this point in time, because right now we are absolutely struggling. So unfortunately, the Wally not being used here kind of sucks, but if for some reason we're able to build the other one because we do have the candy, then we can use Wally on the Trapinch there. And they're in danger now, so if they commit to the attack and we do manage to get fighting on the next one, then we're kind of good. But if they use Arena of Antiquity, all that stuff, then we're a little bit stuffed, yeah? Righty-o. 180 damage. This guy, man, Mega Lopunny, I never rolled well. This one here, we can probably put the Trapinch. There's no real danger of this one at the moment. We're hoping, of course, to slash this for fighting. Let's see if Rainbow Cave actually saves us here. And it does. There you go. Slash Rainbow Cave, energy of grass. We were bricking for a while, but because of this amazing stadium card, and this is why I use Balloon as well sometimes, although this was just a little fun show. There you go. You win. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed or will enjoy this version of FLYGON. If you want the QR code, it's in the deck list in the video earlier on, but otherwise you can just copy it from here. But enjoy, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.